Jingle bells, that is what we're crafting with today. Hi everyone, my name is Shannon and I want to welcome you here to the Cozy Christmas Cottage. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these guys down because obviously they make a lot of noise. However, I feel like they add so much of a magical touch to the Christmas season, and there are so many things you can make with them too. So today we're gonna dive into 10 different crafts that you can create with jingle bells. You can find lots of great jingle bells at Dollar Tree, like this larger pack of 6. You'll also need some faux leather for this first project or ribbon. This is from Hobby Lobby. I always get my ribbon half off, so it was only $2.50 for a roll. You'll also need some scissors, a large needle with a large eye hole in it, and also some jute. So we're gonna take our ribbon or our faux leather, like I have here, and cut a length off. We're gonna make a loop at the top by using some hot glue and then just folding that over. That's gonna create a space for us later on to add some jute to it so we can hang this as either a decor piece or a fun piece for your front door. Now you're going to flip this to the other end and cut a sort of half circle out of the end, rounding it to give it more of a finished look. Now we're going to lay out our jingle bells to see how many we need and space them out. You can add more or less depending on how long you want yours. I'm using 4 here. And then we're going to cut little holes in our faux leather so we can attach these jingle bells. So I'm using that jute with a large needle and then feeding that from the back of the leather to the front, onto the jingle bell, and then back through the front into the back of the leather. So that way I can tie a couple knots on the back side to secure it. I went ahead and did that for all 4 of these jingle bells. We are having so much fun over on the Cozy Christmas Cottage Instagram page. Not only are we counting down the days until Christmas, but every day I'm also playing a fun game of this or that, and I thought it would be really fun to play here too. So you guys tell me, eggnog or hot cocoa? Let me know down in the comments below, and then head on over to our Instagram page where you can count down the days till Christmas and enjoy all the Christmas fun. Then, like I said earlier, this would be so cute to hang on a door handle so you get that jingle bell chime as you open and close the door, or you can always add this onto a wall or onto a hook so you have a cute little decorative piece too. Next, we're gonna make a jingle bell garland. So I have the same jingle bells from our last project along with some macrame cord and some white twine. I'll try to find these and link these down in the description box for you, along with as many of the supplies that I'll be using in this video to make it a little bit easier for you all to find if you wanna recreate any of these. So what I'm doing is just cutting small strips of that twine for our jingle bells and setting those aside. And for the macrame cord, this is what's going to be the base of our garland. So I took this over to my console table to figure out how long I wanted it to be. And then we're gonna attach our jingle bells. So I'm adding that twine onto the jingle bell. And then I took that macrame cord and I put the ends together to find the center, looped that, and then tied on each jingle bell, evenly spacing them apart. So I just tied a couple knots before cutting the excess twine off. And then you also can kind of move these around a little bit too if you don't tie them too tight. That'll give you a little bit of wiggle room to evenly space them once you get all of your jingle bells tied on. And then to attach this garland onto my console table, I have these clear hooks that are also from Dollar Tree. I am going to attach one on each end of the console table. It helps that they're clear so you don't see them so noticeably, but they're big enough to hold our thicker macrame cord. And then I just tied those onto each one of the hooks. I love the way this looks on the console table, but it would be so cute on a fireplace too. Or you could layer them or even add like a tiered effect if you made multiple strands. Super cute for a Christmas tree too, and so inexpensive and easy to make as well. Next up, we're going to make a snowman jingle bell ornament. So these are the same jingle bells, just silver in that larger size from Dollar Tree. I'm taking that white twine again, and we're going to feed this onto that larger needle with a larger eye on it so we can get that thicker material through the eye. And then at the other end, we are going to create a large knot. Now you're going to feed your needle through the bottom opening and up through the hole in the top, and we're going to pull this tight, and our knot should be a little bit too big to fit through there, but not too big that you can't squeeze it and manipulate it to go inside your jingle bell. That's what's going to hold our bottom bell on. We're going to repeat this process without the knot in the ends by running our needle through the bottom of the bell out through the top to create 3 tiers of jingle bells. Then you're going to go ahead and add some hot glue in between each one of those bells so that way they stay stacked together nicely. And then at the very top you will create a loop so that we are able to hang this ornament once it's all finished. And now we need to accessorize our jingle bell. We're going to use some felt and some ribbon to add a hat and also a scarf. Now we're going to make a miniature wreath out of green jingle bells and also this wire you can find at Dollar Tree. You'll also need some scissors and some ribbon. We're going to take that wire, which is really actually pretty thin and light. It's kind of a hollow wire. And we're going to cut a loop off of here, kind of pull it apart so we can use it to string our jingle bells onto. So I just used as many as I could to create a smaller sized wreath. If you need a bigger wreath, obviously just cut more wire and add more jingle bells. You'll add these all the way around. And now to close this up, you want to make sure to leave the ends of your wire a little bit longer so that way you can pull this tight and then wrap one of the ends of the wire around itself. That way we can secure our wreath together, but the other end of the wire leave long and create a hook with it so we're able to hang this. And then you can shape your wreath into more of a circle. And we're also going to add a ribbon bow to the top of this as well to give it more of that wreath look. You can add just a little bit of hot glue up there where we attached the wires together to add your bow on the front there. It also kind of hides that connection point. So of course these are so cute as little ornaments, but you could also add these to the tops of your gifts or even give them as little gifts too. They're so quick and so easy. Speaking of gifts, you can use jingle bells on the tops of your packages To make them look a little bit more fancy, you get this pack of 9 Jingle Bells for only $1 at Dollar Tree, so a really great bargain. These clear bags are also from Dollar Tree, along with these paper crinkles. When you put this all together, it looks like you spent a lot of money on the packaging, or you spent a lot of time creating a beautiful gift when really it's just Dollar Tree items. This is kind of a nice trick. You can add things like a candle, like I'm showing you here, into a bag, wrap it up with some Dollar Tree ribbon, and add a little Jingle Bell on there too, so that you can dress up a simple gift and make it look a little bit more fancy than maybe it is, but something you definitely can be proud of. Dollar Tree also has these great sort of shadow box style triangles that just reminded me of a Christmas tree instantly. So I grabbed this one, and even though it has kind of a sage green color on the inside, I wanted this to have more of the traditional green as a Christmas tree. So what I'm doing is just taping off the inside edges so I can come in with some green acrylic paint and make it more of that evergreen color. I did have to do 3 coats of that acrylic paint, and once it was all dry, I could take off that painter's tape, and we're gonna add some of these red Jingle Bells as ornaments on this tree, just using some hot glue and gluing them to the back there, kind of creating a pattern as we move our way down to the bottom of the tree. And then for the trunk of the tree, I just used one of Dollar Tree's wood blocks, and this is what really made this look like a Christmas tree. Simple, easy, and also super cute decorative piece with those fun Jingle Bells on the back. Jingle Bells also make a fun filler for shadow boxes. This is another Dollar Tree cute little shadow box that we're gonna take apart and make into a Christmas shadow box. The front, I wanted to give a little decal that says Jingle all the way, y'all. I just think that was so cute. It really goes with the Jingle Bell theme. If you don't have vinyl to create a decal, you can always just use a paint pen too on the front. I'm attaching this right onto the glass of the shadow box after taking it all apart. For the background, I had this red and white striped scrapbook paper, so I traced that, made it fit down inside the inside of this shadow box, just cut it down and used some stick glue to attach it. Then go ahead and add your Jingle Bells to the inside there before putting the top back on. And I also used a little bit of hot glue around the edges to really seal it in and make sure those Jingle Bells wouldn't come crashing out. My absolute favorite Christmas item in Dollar Tree are these white metal bells that they have year after year. I hope they never stop carrying them. They are so nice. And a simple way to dress these up is just add a little bit of ribbon around there. That's a simple way to add a bit of color or make these match your color scheme, and you can hang them right on the tree. Now, if you cannot find these bells at Dollar Tree, you can kind of get the similar effect by buying plain Jingle Bells like these large ones here, adding your own little bit of greenery to the top along with some miniature pine cones and some ribbon. This is a really great gift idea, or maybe even a gift for yourself. We're gonna make a Jingle Bell keychain. So you'll need some ribbon and jute and some scissors along with that key ring. And you'll just snip off a bit of jute, kind of in a longer length because we can always cut it shorter later. You're going to use a big jingle bell at the bottom, and we're going to double these up, the ends of our jute, and put those through the smaller jingle bells. Now it is kind of a crunch fit, so some tape on the ends of your jute definitely helps out here, and you'll just feed those on one after another and then tie the end onto your key ring. Now definitely make sure you tie several tight knots in this, and then another trick is to also add a little bit of super glue onto your knot and the ends to make sure they won't come undone. And now we're gonna make some gingerbread ornaments with these rusty jingle bells. If you can't find these, you can also just paint regular jingle bells brown. We're gonna make a simple gingerbread face with some acrylic paint, just making some wiggly lines in a circle, and then adding little details to his face like a wiggly smile, some eyes, a red nose, and also a little sprig for his hair. You can go ahead and let this dry, add a little bit of ribbon to the top, and you have a cute gingerbread ornament. I would love to know which one of these 10 Jingle Bell projects was your favorite. You can leave those down in the comments below for me. Also, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy these Christmas inspirational projects. Also, subscribe if you are new. I would love to have you join our family here at The Cozy Christmas Cottage. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Happy holidays!